Oh, that's funny.
Are
Hey,
we, are we now
hey,
live?
what's up, everybody? Thank
Are
you,
we now-
Kelsey, for letting me know. Oh my God, it's always something, but that's okay. So it's 9:10. Hopefully you stuck with me. Evidently, I thought I hit the go live button and it didn't go live, but now we're live. No big whoop. Oh, that's good. That gave me time to sip my dark beer just a little bit more. So I am so excited. Let me tell you, this is show number 5. My guests are Ronald Woolman and my friend Austin. I've known one a long time and one a very short time. But unlike other past shows where I had a long relationship with someone, be it a model, and I did a lot of photographs and films, Salvador, of these two guys, I don't have a lot, but I think they're incredible people. So the banter and the intellect and they're just great people, and I find them very interesting. So I hope you will too. That's pretty much it. I do want to mention that I had a blind date today, which is a rarity in me. It was an OkCupid thing. Once in a while, I write to someone if I like their profile, and she wrote back, and it was like, bup, 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 bup. Next thing you know, we're meeting on the Lower East Side, and I liked her look and what she wrote, but she came out and was like me times 6. And it was a lot of fun back and forth. And I had never been around somebody that had so much, I would say, intellectual energy. She just came out, and it was fun because we had a back and forth. I don't know if it'll lead to something romantic. I never really got her information. I sort of said, listen, that was fun. It's in your court. You want to contact me? You got my information. So if you're interested in my personal love life, generally, I tell other people I'm looking kind of for an atheist Filipino that likes ice hockey and marijuana. It's been difficult to find. By the way, camera 2 over there. How are you? Good. This is kind of my setup, simplification. I got the horn. Live from the Lower East Studio, Lower East Side. It's Dog the Cat and On the Horn with Andrew Einhorn. All right, I'm going to go and play my favorite theme song. So hold on, and I will come back, and I'll start bringing in my guests, and enjoy. And I hope you're still with me. So thanks. Oh, I've got a screen share, and there it is. Let's see if that works. No, I got to play the thing. Let's see.
Am I live, Andrew?
You're on, and we can hear you.
Looking good, Ron.
Sorry.
Big crowds, like
Just stick with me because Austin, it happened again. It happened again. See, I got to get Ron back.
oh, I'm right here.
I know. I see you.
Oh, you
But
just my big camera.
I somehow go away and then I lose you. Hold on a
You
second.
know how to give me a close up? That's a good. I like this.
I like that. Yeah, the triptych.
Keep us in split screen. I'm not looking for a
Listen,
big.
Andrew. Well, how was the date?
Yeah, I'm curious too. I need to know. Was OkCupid? Are you still like the only user of OkCupid?
Yes, no, me and this other woman. You got to keep talking because I'm going to try to pull up. You know what it is? I see that adding with 3 people and screen sharing, it doesn't like it. So there we have Austin. There we have the 3 of us. There they have me.
Spot.
I don't think the viewers. There I am.
There he is.
That's very nice. So we'll stick with you for a minute because now we're just reintroducing you. You husky tan man from South Africa.
I worked on the lighting. Do you like the lighting?
It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, I can see the circle in your eyes. It's very nice.
Ron looks
So-
fantastic.
When I asked you for a couple of words about yourself, you said hypochondriac, old Jew, Upper West Side, children's author, and recovering ad man. Why did you pick those fun things?
Well, I mean, I think it's the theme at the moment that I'm living through. I'm on the Upper West Side, and I seem to be here a lot. And I seem to also be aging a lot. And I'm a Jew, so it's old, aging Jew on the Upper West Side. And then I am a recovering ad man. I was in advertising for 25 years. And what else? What was the other one? Hypochondriac. Yeah. So I'm like at my peak hypochondriac.
but also a children's book author.
Oh, I
which,
forgot. I would love. That's why I'm doing this show. To
of course,
plug
yeah.
my
Tell me.
book.
Oh, it's upside down. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm doing this to plug this book.
Okay, that's fine. Tell me about the Kingdom of Nothing. What's it all about?
Kingdom of Nothing is a story about a family who live in a kingdom where there is nothing, absolutely nothing. They have nothing. They have no castles, no diamonds, no gold, and
Mhm.
and they find happiness somehow with nothing.
Okay.
They figure it out. They see what's really important and really truly valuable in life.
What brought that on? If 25-year ad man and artist and all the things that you do.
In my soul, from the 25 years that I sold it.
Okay.
So I want to put out a good message to the world. And this book came out just last year and only came out in English in
Yeah.
February the 8th. And then we went into lockdown in March. And
Yeah.
it's pretty much about a family who have nothing and spend all their time together. And so a lot of the reviews of the book since it was released was about how timely it is, you know?
What other languages was it in if you said it's just starting in English?
Well, it was first published in French, and then Spanish, then
Mhm.
English, and now it's in simplified Chinese. So the story's getting out there.
Wow.
I read it. It's a lovely book. I actually read the Hebrew edition, and it was lovely.
Who
It's
did
a
you
good
read
book.
it to? You read it? You just read
Yeah.
it?
But how did you meet the illustrator on Instagram or something, right? Wasn't that the story? Or he like,
No, it's OK Cupid.
oh, that's right. That's right. That is the use of OkCupid now. It's casual illustrator hookups, I guess.
Right. So your hookup today, how are people meeting during the time of Corona? Like how do you wear
Who
masks?
am I to say? I mean, I'm not in the mainstream. I'm just a guy that once in a while Cupid will send me things saying, here, you might like this person, you might like that person. And I write to them. And if they write back, every week people like me, I get things and it's just not in the zone. The ones that I like are here. The ones that like me are here, and never the twain shall meet, whatever it is. It's just, I'm looking for things that I don't want to say they don't exist, but I mean, today was a blast. I really had a lot of fun. I just get the feeling it's not going to
You
leave.
take your masks off, you stay 6 feet apart.
It was interesting. I started with a mask because I didn't know, she came in and I was like, are we doing masks? We're like 4.5 to 5 feet apart. She said, no. She was very loose. She said, I think it's overblown. I do it out of respect, but I'm a very healthy person and I'm not that worried about it.
Where did you meet though? Where did this
Yeah.
transaction happen?
Why, it happened at my favorite place on the Lower East Side called Forget Me Not, which is this charming little enclave with drinks and lunch and food and dinner on Division Street, which do not come. I don't want any more people. But it's this,
It took place outdoors.
it did, yes. Yeah, nothing indoors.
Did you have something to drink? Did she have something to drink?
Yeah, we had the honeydew watermelon lemonade, and she had a healthy salad, and I had a fancy chicken sandwich with bacon and stuff like that. Oh, wait, I want to get something going. You guys talk because I want to see if I can get my screen share because I want to play stuff because I need to have things to play. So talk for a minute and let me see if I can get this back.
Are you hot?
All right.
Guys,
Here we
tell us-
are. Once again.
No, with the guys on the chair that sit next to the guy at the desk.
You got plans for the weekend? What's going on? We getting lunch this week?
I'm going back to Shelter Island as soon as I can. And I'm going to try never to come back.
How long have you been in the city for?
A day.
Oh, Christ alive.
Yeah.
It's a bit stressful, isn't it?
It's so fucking stressful.
It's so bad.
And my hood has become this like homeless shelter refugee camp.
I saw somebody shooting up yesterday on 5th and 2nd.
And I watched this guy bashing his head against a wall today.
Probably the same guy.
Yeah.
He somehow worked his way uptown.
Yeah. No, they took a hotel on my block and they turned it into a homeless shelter.
Ron, when I asked you as an Upper West Sider, like I have a lot of films, would you like Woman on a Rooftop, Central Park? And you said yes, both of those things would be nice. So just for you, I edited a 1 minute piece, and I think it's cute and it's fun, and I wanted to play this. So I'm going to play
This is
this.
all yours. You shot all of this.
Correct.
Oh, amazing.
96?
I did a lot of fun, silly things, but
How old were you there, Andrew?
32.
You haven't aged a day. Look at that swimsuit, though.
I'm following the story, Huck. This is so great. It's such good New York City footage. So, Andrew, how long have you been shooting in New York City?
Wait, hold on, Ron. Hold on.
Oh, there's Ronald's house right there.
It's Upper West Side. There I am. I knew that thing. That's fantastic.
Oh, I forgot to put on. So that was from New Rock City. It's a band that I've seen many times, and I wanted to give them a slight plug, and it went off. But yeah, hopefully you saw that. NewRockCity.com, and thank you very much for that. Whoops, I forgot to take. Go back to us. Oh, there we are on our chiptych. So that was when I was on a Morton Street in the West Village. I don't want this. This is my favorite shot so far. So that was just for you. It was a little, as a quick little fun.
That's fun.
I was waiting for a reaction to that. Later, I'm going to show Central Park in the snow. I figured it's so freaking hot enough with this humidity that, I'll show you something in the middle of the winter and maybe it'll cool us off.
Yeah, but Andrew, I will ask you, how long have you been shooting in New York City?
Since the day I arrived, son, that would be 1994. Came in with cameras blazing, Super 8 video, strapping on my rollerblades, hitting the street, starting a public access TV show. Whatever I could see, it was like a feast for the eyes. So I haven't stopped shooting since I got here.
Wow.
I did this TV show where I would cover events. I was like, what's the Mermaid Parade? Tattoo Festival, Chinese New Year, Lesbian Parade, Dog March? Yes. Brrr. And then I started out, this isn't all about me, but I was the first original selfie video guy. I would shoot with a wide angle lens and hold a bracket and then talk. And people kept thinking, who is filming you? And I would just narrate events. Oh, I'm here at this event. It's crazy. They're throwing firecrackers at me, but it's really fun. It's the year of the ox.
That's fucking great.
I'm curious. You called yourself the Ron Draper. So I looked at your thing. You've done a lot of stuff. I see that you've lived in Johannesburg, Toronto, New York City, Paris, London. You've traveled the world. You've done international campaigns. I've seen your new hot house where you're bringing creative talent together in a week's time. There's a lot of stuff. This is like 1% of the things that you've done.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, was that literally Hot House? That was written somewhere?
Listen,
yeah, Hot House. It's the name of a campaign, right?
that's advertising for you, Huck. That's the catchphrase.
That's it, baby. Hot House. I love it. I'll take 2.
So you see, I packed a whole lot of life into a short amount of time. And that's people wonder why I'm always so tired.
When I was in college, I was like a radio, TV, film man, but I had an advertising class, and I'll never forget, the teacher said to me, there's a room in ad agencies where there's comfortable padded chairs, and there's, let me just say, lots of marijuana, and I was like, wow, ad agencies in New York, people are in chairs smoking pot, thinking of ideas to come up with. Is that a reflective of your business, or do you do it at home? Or
No, I spent 25 years in chairs with marijuana, coming up with ideas. And so, that's pretty much explained it. And
you called yourself a
I'm trying to recover from it.
Okay. Do you want to recover from it? I guess you do.
I guess I do, just to figure out the next phase,
Should I assume you watched Mad Men?
I haven't seen a single episode of Mad Men, not one episode. I'm
Wait,
saving
what?
it for I kept saying I'm saving it for like a lockdown. When
So you have not seen it,
no.
and you call yourself Ron Draper, though,
That
after Don Draper.
was given to me, that nickname, by a director friend.
Oh my God, you got to see the show.
I suppose.
I mean, it's good. What I loved about Mad Men, and I'll ask Austin about this, is like it takes you back to the late 60s, early 70s. It mixed the world of advertising, campaigns, sexism, cigarettes, scotch, and how it all weaved, and what was going on at the time, and what you could say or not. I would think someone like you would be interested, but maybe not. Maybe.
Well, I have a story to tell, and this is a story Huck would love to hear.
Yeah.
I did a commercial for.
You mean Augustine?
Yeah, Augustine, right? I did a commercial for dishwashing liquid.
Yes.
And
Keep going.
the whole commercial was animated dishes and animated pots. And the story of the commercial was the pot was so clean that he felt so confident that he could hit on the kettle. And the client
Yeah.
loved the idea, but just wasn't sure that a pot would come onto a kettle.
See,
Oh,
Ron,
that's funny.
Ronald doesn't need to watch the show. He's lived it his whole life.
Yeah.
He thought pots are more attracted to like woks.
Okay.
And we thought about this for hours. We really dug. We took a deep dive.
Can I divert for a second because I'm trying to think of funny things? And one of my bits on stage, what? That's not even funny in itself. But you're talking about inanimate objects finding each other attractive, and I thought cars. When we were younger, car alarms were always going off. Now you never hear them, but the noises were so distinct. Do-do-do-do, boo. And I thought a routine where it was really just cars kind of hitting on each other in the same way. Do you? I do.
Was this sort of how the OK Cupid date went? Like in the street?
She
Was
loved that routine. She wants to get in my car, if you know what I'm
Is
saying.
she still somewhere in that apartment tied to a radiator?
Boy. Listen, I went on stage twice. That bit did very well.
What? Okay, are you going to see this woman again? We have some people in the chat that want to know more details about the date. So let's not
Do they?
gloss over that
Okay.
detail.
Wow, this world famous, very successful international traveler ad man, and they want to know about my dates.
Wait, I've got to just tell you, Andrew, something.
Yeah.
This is my first talk show.
Yeah.
I mean, Trevor Noah called. I couldn't do his show.
Really?
And Ellen, I just like anti-Ellen with him, and then you called. I said I'd do it.
I appreciate that. Yes. Okay. So what was their question, Austin? Am I really?
We have multiple people in the chat asking about the date. They're saying the date ! Camilla wouldn't let him get away with this. Got to grill him. More details. Everyone wants to, what?
There's not much more details. It was a non-stop back and forth. The second I sat down, I was like, this person is different. She said something zesty, and I went, you know what else is zesty? And she went, what? I went, you, because you got the spunk. I bet 80% of people really like you and 20% don't. And she said, yeah, that's about right. Which is kind of the same with me. You come on strong. I could tell there's no fears, no reservations. She just lets her mind go. It's like, you get to a certain age, it's like, I don't care. I am what I am. I'm fine with it. This is it. And I love it. And if you don't like it, oh, well. But she was very interesting, worldly. Sorry,
it sounds like it went well. Is there going to be a follow-up? What's the deal?
But it didn't feel like a romantic thing. The chemistry was in the firebrand back and forth of.
You friend zoned her. She's in the friend zone for you.
How could she friend?
Yeah, I think so. I have a feeling that she won't contact me. It's up to her.
But I want to know
She's also
something.
been divorced twice, if that means anything.
Andrew, do you find women like to be called zesty?
She seemed to be okay with it.
It's like
Shut
a
up.
it's like a
Listen, We were having fun. I wanted to let her know I'm right with you. You know, there's no bullshit. I could see in her face like, oh, well, this guy's fun. She even wrote me on the thing. She's like, you seem pretty fun. Yeah, let's meet. So I think she was okay with that.
I mean, at our age, Andrew, we bring a lot of like stuff to unpack. It's like a whole show at a Cupid date.
Is she watching the show right now? Did you tell her you have the show?
Oh, yeah, she's watching right now.
Oh,
No.
geez.
All right, I'm going to go. I want to go to something else. Austin,
Yeah.
you recently took a trip. I just want to divert because it was very. Hold on a second. I'm moving something from one screen to another. You know, we did.
You get a sense of how the viewers are enjoying this.
Talk amongst yourselves for a second because I got to get Lightroom back on the other screen.
Oh, Huck, it's you and I again.
Yeah. How do you feel about that whole Ellen thing?
One thing, the hate on Ellen.
What's up with that?
It seems like it's a true story. It seems like
It's true. The
Yeah.
nice brand just doesn't hold up in the end.
I'm sorry to hear it because I was a very big fan.
You know, cancel culture isn't the best culture to be living right now.
I mean, listen, you know, when you're, I don't know, everyone has to be really nice.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to close up Huck for a second. Let me see.
But you get the close-ups. I don't get the close-ups.
Yeah,
He's playing to a younger audience. That's what he's doing on this show.
he's using me.
Yeah, he's using you.
He's using me.
To get a young sort of. I got a message from a friend watching, but I don't know if I'm allowed to use bad language. He said that I should tell them what a C word I am.
I really like the triptych. Where's the the Charlie's Angels setup? The
Got it.
equality.
Coming back. I appreciate y'all. But now I want to share something with you. Okay, let's see. Hold on.
Wow, yeah, that's
What is
incredible.
You a pig?
So, you know what? Let me go to you for a minute. Just set up. I have 50 pictures from you. You recently took a trip to Mexico, I believe. Is that right?
I went to Mexico and my life changed.
How so?
And it
Tell
was
me
really
about
lovely.
that.
I went there on a whim for a number of reasons, mainly to get out of New York because it was a little too spicy and zesty on the streets here. So we went to Mexico City for a month, and it was really lovely. We just lived amongst the people and quarantined, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, I'm going to the thing. This is I got 50
Those are my
pictures.
feet.
Yeah, where are you?
We stayed at the TWA hotel before we jetted to CDMX.
Okay.
That's me in a
Tell
pool.
me about that because I know.
They have a rooftop pool. It's lovely. Just go there. It's lovely.
Did they pay you to talk about it?
Yeah, I might be getting something on the back end. That is a line to check in. Pretty amazing.
How did that feel in this day and age of COVID? What was that like?
Let me just say the way that people in Mexico handled this crisis, they were very considerate of each other. I would say 95% of people on the streets had a mask on. They take it very seriously there.
Okay. Where are we now? What's happening?
That's an Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
That's Imogen, my partner. That is a stairwell.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Oh.
That is another photo. That is a dog
Uh-huh.
on a street.
Name?
Frankie.
Correct. Okay. Does he speak Spanish, English, or bilingual?
He's trilingual.
Okay.
That's a replica of the statue of David behind Imi. That is our friend Robert in the middle, and Raul. Ronald. That's me eating a churro, looking like a tourist. That is handstand practice. That is a cat.
Tough to see. It's a cat on a hot red roof.
Hot tin roof.
Is that neighborhood Roma?
That was Condesa.
Is that near Roma?
Yeah, they're all in the same little cluster. It's really, really lovely. Really pretty. You just go for walks every day, and it's basically house porn. There's beautiful homes, beautiful architecture.
And do you feel like pretty safe there?
totally safe. I mean, with people, pet pigs. How could
Okay, keep going. I'm going to blaze through. I would just want a quick narration of each. Where are we? What's happening?
That's a giant park and some paddle boats. That is a dog eating a popsicle.
Mm-hmm.
That is a DJ session in our Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
That is our friend Robert's birthday bonanza.
Mm-hmm.
That is delicious vegan cake. Probably the best vegan cake I've ever had.
Wow. How much vegan cake have you had?
Let me tell you, I've had my fair share, sir. My fair share. That is Robert tie-dyeing some socks.
Oh, I thought it was a hair dye thing. Speaking of which, what's happening here?
Testing out some colors in my hair right
Okay.
there. Keep it going. Just a lovely photo of two people in love. That is Ceviche. Let's keep it going. Keep it rolling. Those are street quesadillas from Jenny. That is a Diego Rivera. That is Emmy eating tacos, fish tacos.
Oh, God, it looks good. What is that?
That is an original painting.
What's in this glass right here? Because I wasn't going to keep this in. I was like, I need to know what that giant brown ice cube is. What
Oh
is
my
that?
God, it was so delicious. So Emmy got a espresso martini, and then I had some type of like coconut tequila infusion. That ice cube is a coconut ice cube, and you just pour the drink on top of it. It was a cocktail bar. That is a nice little canteen.
Mm-hmm.
The Nogale chile. That is why you shouldn't use wet wipes for your butt. It's bad for your butt bacteria. For everyone out there, just don't do it.
Now, let me just say, this legitimately was in the mix of our chat thread. It just popped up in the middle of these beautiful pictures.
This is not common knowledge. You just need to educate yourself.
Yep. All right, what do we got here?
Storm clouds.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. This?
Those are Ronald's Birkenstocks. And let me just say something before we continue. Birkenstocks, I have to say, I got my first pair 8 months ago, and I'm really disappointed with the quality of the heel. They seem to just wear out on the heel so quickly. And now when I see people wearing them on the street, I just am laser focused on their heels. Everyone's heel gets ground into, gets totally smashed so quickly. So I got my heels resold. But those are Ronald's. I don't know how he walks around in them. I mean, let's go back to that and dissect.
No, I can't look around in that.
Oh, I forgot this was in the chat thread. I thought this was you from Mexico. Okay, never mind. We're going to keep going.
Man, Ronald, that isn't good for your feet. All right, that's an Ela Mujeres.
Oh, which is what translates to?
Island of Women.
Correct. Beautiful.
Yep. Lovely.
Okay. Oh,
God, breathtaking, isn't it? Just breathtaking.
it really is. I mean, this is good. That's a stock photo right there.
That's a dog. And my girlfriend petting a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my partner nipping my toes. That's a skate park right by the ocean. Gorgeous. Church. God.
Why? What's the spray?
They disinfect everything there.
Okay, even the drinks.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy.
Are we getting near the end? We have more beautiful drink. What? What is that?
Oh, wow. I don't know who that is. I didn't
That's
see
the one
that.
in Bar Mitzvah.
That was
Correct.
ironically 6 months ago, pre-COVID.
Wait, what's happening here?
We got his and hers hair color. I went to Mexico just to dye my hair. There you go.
Bonnie and Clyde. This is great. And
What?
last but not least,
Oh my God,
That's the inspiration,
that's amazing. Had you just watched that film?
No, but I remember how terrible it was. But Bruce Willis's look was really inspirational, so I had to go with it. And his Russian accent was pretty good too.
Bruce Willis, man, I miss that guy.
I love him. I love him to death.
Did
You know who else is in that movie? Robert. What's his name? Pretty Woman.
Downey
Not
Jr.
Robert.
Yeah.
No, Gere. Richard Gere.
Right.
Oh, which was the boyfriend of one of my recent guests, Marianne, on show number 2, as you'll recall. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, let's jump into something else. I didn't get to summarize what we were going to do. We have a couple of bits, though. Last week, I had words that I love but don't use enough or don't know what they mean. And I asked my boys what they liked. So I'm going to run through these words. There's not that many, but words are nice, right? When you're a comedian or a storyteller, you want to be able to have great adjectives. I'm really jealous of people that have a great vocabulary because I don't read enough. And you hear these words and they're just beautiful. So Ron, you picked 3 O's.
Yeah, because
We have, which is beautiful. Osteoporosis. onomatopoeia, and obsequious. These are three glorious words. Why did you pick those, and what does it all mean?
Okay, I picked them because I thought maybe you could tell me what they mean. Finally, I understand them.
Obsequious, I just think of Steve Martin. People of a certain age, you know, he used to go on stage and be obsequious, purple, and clairvoyant, be giddy and happy each day.
Right.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
And then osteoporosis is
It's something where your bones get brittle, I think.
right.
The back, particularly.
And then explain to me what onomatopoeia is.
Oh, it's something Italian people say when things go wrong. Ah, onomatopoeia. I don't know what it is. Is that what it means? What does it mean?
It doesn't mean that.
Okay.
Do you know?
Austin, do you know what onomatopoeia means?
I mean, I'm offended as just being half Italian. I just
Anyway,
You should be flattered, not offended. Are you going to give us a definition, Ron, of what that
oh,
is?
no, I didn't know that I was going to be called on to give you the definition. I thought
Well,
you would explain the words to me.
No, you gave me the word. All right, we're going to go right over it. So I have 4 words. Sorry, were you going to embellish?
No. I didn't know that like what the segment is all about. But if you ever have me on the show again,
Yeah.
I'll bring
It's loosely interpreted. As I said last week, I just had these beautiful words that I want to use, but I didn't know what they mean. And now I thought, well, you guys give me some words, and and let's talk about them. So you don't need to define. You don't need to use them in a sentence. Austin,
we should do this every night.
yeah, I think we should.
It's like with the 3 of us a Zoom call.
kind of, yeah. Except I can do a close up of Austin, and I can do a close up of me, but I lost the ability to do a close up of Ron, which
Story
I
of-
wanted.
I'm offended that you can't do that.
No, well, I mean, I may not come back on this show.
So Austin, you used
What happened to the 3?
What happened to the split screen? Yeah,
There. Oh my God, so much.
What? No, it pixelates a little. So but if you want to be there, you got to center yourself. Pun intended. All right, Austin, glib and esoteric. Why did you pick those words?
Because I thought you'd get a kick out of them. What do they mean?
I do.
I have no idea. Tell me.
Okay, well, esoteric. You're being a little esoteric. You're sort of saying things, hidden meaning, and you're not really giving off what it is. You're being kind of deep and mysterious. That's what I get from that. Glib is another. You're so glib, but I don't really know what it means. Ron, glib?
I'm being glib right now, I think.
Of course you are.
Ronald looks like a rock star. I just can't. It's like Jerry Garcia over here. It's amazing.
You look a lot like Jared Leto's younger brother.
I know. I was riding a bicycle day and someone called me Justin Bieber, and I felt like mildly offended, but I think it was his look from maybe like 2 seasons ago. So I like Bieber. He's great. I'm a fan.
I'm a Justin fan.
I'm a fan.
Ron, who is the artist filmmaker that's controversial, that's been around, a New Yorker? He's made Austin documentaries, paintings, giant, very wealthy. All right, Gaskar fans. So I picked 4 Eyes. I just somebody said the word incorrigible. What? How can you not know who I'm thinking of?
To think about the documentarian. With the rich and the big and the big. Okay, go on.
So I'm just going to read you my 4 Eyes because someone said, oh, you're incorrigible, which I believe Madeline Kahn said in Young Frankenstein to those of you. Incognito, intolerable, and insufferable. I just think those are all nice words.
And that was just today.
Well, no, I mean, I heard incorrigible the other day, and then I just kind of embellished and added those 4 on. All right, let me see what else I got. I have another film. Do you want to go to my film in Central Park? Do you want to? I did write down because I met you, Ron Austin, I've known for, 8, 9, 10 years. And I just 6 months ago randomly met you at a party, and you guys were just like zit glue. You had just come from some event, and it was like blah, 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 blah. So that made me, was that the first time you met? No, because that was the night I met you. Tell me about you, how you guys came together. Where was that?
I got connected to Ronald through his email address, and I was just, that was the introduction. I was so blown away. I won't tell the people what it is here, but I was producing something and for our friend Robert in the slideshow, and Ronald was starring in one of the episodes, and he let us use his lovely apartment on the Upper West to host our crew, and it was just lovely, and it was love at first sight, and it was a lot of laughter. So
That's right.
the rest is history.
I didn't know that.
And I should have included that I was an actor.
And I mean, oh my God! And he's an actor. He wrote a play that everyone was getting really juiced up to see right before COVID happened. I was so excited for that.
I was going to go on stage 6 weeks after we were locked down.
Well, is it still on the table? Can you still do it once we get past this little?
You know, when I can get it together, I'm going to adapt it for like a Zoomish kind of experience.
Okay.
Are you still going to do the nude scene though?
I haven't. I think now it might even be easier for me to do than
When I first met you, I thought you were an actor. I thought that was it. You had just come from a play. You were talking about the play and the book. And when you and I went to another play, you said, Andrew, do a soliloquy on stage and I'm going to film it. I just thought you were all about, I had no idea about the whole advertising world.
Let me just interject here. The man can be whoever he wants to be. You don't need to define yourself.
You can't.
Ad man, playwright, actor, singer.
Children's novelist. Yeah, well, based on all that.
And I think especially now in the time of Corona,
That's right.
you know, what the hell? The world is ending in slow motion. You might as well just play out all the roles you can.
Speaking of the world ending, I remember when we started being friends and you were writing and going to your Facebook page, there was a lot of writings of exasperation, probably some of the words that we have here too, whatever they are. And it was brilliant. I mean, you're a great writer, and I saw what people commented. They felt your angst, anguish, pain, whatever it was, and they were really nice. And I think you said you were thinking about making it into something. What did you want to do with your writings?
Well, you know, it's I've heard from a lot of publishers that there's a lot of Corona fatigue now. And
Okay.
people don't exactly want to be reading and writing about it, more than they have to. So I don't know. It's there. It's a whole diary. It's 85 days of lockdown in New York City, and maybe.
And you wrote for each of those 85 days?
I wrote for actually a little more than that. I think I wrote for maybe 100 straight days.
That's incredible. Wow.
Great
Yeah.
practice. Good.
How much new stuff could you come up with? I mean, it's the same thing every day. Trump is a schmuck and kids aren't paying attention and we're not wearing enough masks. But I guess this was more geared towards you and your life and what you were going through.
Right. I mean, but you come up with content every 5 minutes, Andrew. You know?
I guess it's different, but I'm not writing a page of what's killing me and why, I feel like life will never be the same again. You expressed it so well.
I guess I'm very good at oversharing. That's my talent.
He's a wordsmith. He's a wordsmith.
Do you want to read or share one of your writings?
Thank you for asking me to read a piece. I've never read a piece before. This is the first time. In fact,
Yeah.
I haven't even gone back and revisited the diaries because it's too much sort of post-traumatic stress for me.
Okay. Well, it'll be interesting now to see your take on what you wrote 3 months ago. Maybe
It'll be fun for me to read this because I've never read this before. We'll see how it actually goes down.
Okay.
So it starts day 42. Day 42.
Wow.
The title of the piece is Kills 99% of Germs. Today, I volunteered for a controversial new treatment, the brainchild of the President of the United States of America, in fact. Yesterday, on his hit show, The Coronavirus Apprentice, he had a eureka moment. What if we injected disinfectant inside the body, under bright lights, also inside the body, under the skin or through the skin to clean the lungs? When I heard it, I immediately thought, fuck, of course. Jesus, it's one of those big ideas you kick yourself for not having yourself. So I called up and luckily I made it onto the short list for volunteers. And now I'm actually on my way to Home Depot where they're conducting the first test, and I'm excited. My podmates begged me not to do it. They can be so close-minded to new ideas sometimes. And anyway, I wasn't going to change my mind. I had the president's oft-repeated words ringing in my ears. What the hell do you have to lose? I'm now sitting in aisle 3. It's a very brightly lit store. There are 4 people ahead of me on the line and only 2 after me. I guess they've kept it pretty tight. Okay, so I'm watching the doctor fill his syringe now with Clorox. And I only put the doctors in quotation marks because I'm not sure if he is an actual doctor or not. His badge just says Tom. And earlier, I overheard one of the others say he might be the store's household cleaning goods specialist. And that makes sense, but it looks like a professional setup. The store's playing Celine Dion, which I guess helps to relax, I saw. And I see they have a number of different brands set up, which I think is clever. That way they can see which one works the fastest. I wonder if I'll get Clorox, Lysol, Windex, or Purell. I think if they let me choose, I'm going to ask for the most expensive one. I'm no dummy. Okay, so I see the first patient is getting his sleeve rolled up. Seems he's getting Clorox. It's a hugely popular brand. This should be good. I don't love watching injections, but I should watch this. It feels like a historic moment in the war against Corona. Tom is tapping the man's inner arm now, looking for a vein. He's found one. He's inserting the needle. Oh, I can't look. He's pushing the blue bleach into the man's veins. It looks painless. And now it's done. He's pressing the little gauze swab on the man's vein to make sure it doesn't bleed. There's no problem. It seems to have gone well. The man's now rolling down his sleeve and he's smiling. Oh my God, he's just dropped to the ground. He's convulsing. Oh my God, this is fucking frightening. I can't hear oh my God, his eyes look like they're bleeding. They are. Somebody's yelling, call a fucking ambulance. He's vomiting blood now. Oh my God, I just want to keep reporting all of this for you, but I also want to run. It's so awful. Jesus, fuck. Oh, Jesus. He stopped breathing. They've called for the store manager. Some of the cashiers have gathered around too, but they are as helpless as I am. Oh my God, the blood is still pouring from the dead man's mouth. I'm so sorry to have to put you all through this. I'm trembling. The guy with the red Make America Great Again hat on, who was sitting next to me on the line, just turned to me and said, dude, I want the Lysol.
That's great.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I really like that.
How does it sound? Did you think Spalding Gray?
I thought little Martin Amos.
Oh, good.
I think it's so ridiculous because it's like that's history. It's not even parody.
That's true. That actually happened. And that happened on day 42.
I know.
Big lockdown where we were all freaked out. That's what our great president's message was.
I think that'd be interesting as sort of like a little historical meditation on this whole pandemic. Maybe in like 5 years when it's in our rear view mirror, but just like, hey, remember those days when our president used to say, swallow Clorox and everything will be okay. You'll kill the virus.
Right.
It's good.
Do you think your perspective will change looking back, say in a year from now they have a vaccine and we're kind of back to normal, and you go back and look at what you wrote then? Is it going to feel different? Are you going to feel like, oh my God, I went a little stir crazy? But it's different for you because you have a family and you're in a different position than most. I'm here alone with a big apartment. It's okay, but I feel like you're in a more difficult situation.
So what does that mean? My stir crazy is crazier than yours.
Correct.
Yeah, maybe it is.
You have more responsibility, and therefore there's more to do and more to worry about, maybe with your family.
Yeah, and I'm like cooking a lot and feeding the dog and walking the dog and cooking.
Right. Speaking of the dog, not to segue, since you wanted, I'm going to go to another film because it's quick. It's a minute. Instead of this hot, humid weather that won't go away, we're going to just jump for a 1-minute film. It's my friend Abby Jeanette and I in 1998.
There aren't that many winters left. We're a subtropical climate zone now. So this will be worth some money one day. Winters in New York.
That's beautiful.
Get off.
You know what this means? That someone should do the...
There's your dog, Ron.
That's true. My dog is going to be in a show soon. The one that Austin and Robert worked on.
It's such a good episode. Your performance is great.
Thank you. We should do a documentary on Andrew Einhorn with all this footage.
I know. I've been saying this for years.
We need a scandal or something. We need that moment in the documentary.
We can still hear you, by the way, but
No, I know, but we need that moment in the documentary where people are aghast.
Thank you very much. One of 600 Super 8 films in my archive. Nice, welcome back. All right. Hey, Ron, so because I'm not sure what our time is, but I always seem to go too long. Oh, there's our 3 shot. I like this shot. I don't know, the vertical, we lost you a little bit. So I just thought this would be something funny that to be different. So I wrote down things because I hardly, I've only met you a few months ago, but you're charismatic man of the world and I don't know about your past. So I wrote down 10 things I'm assuming about you without knowing. So I'm going to say these and then at the end, we'll get Austin's opinion and see what he says. Number 1, you're probably the first guy in high school to go to Amsterdam and do mushrooms. I mean, I would say there's a 90% chance on that one. Okay. Number 2, you're probably the second guy in high school to wear a mustache, to try it after the lead Burnout was the first guy to do it. Probably didn't last long. Number 3 is you love dogs, but you don't like cats. Number 4, you tell people that you love to wear colors, but deep down, you really always fall back to black and gray. That's if you. Number 4 or 5, you have a huge collection of belts, especially those silver gold studs, but you rarely wear them. Next one, you have an incredible variety of taste in music that at one point you thought you might be a DJ. Probably until you realize that they're like, you can't play all those things. Number 7, you are one of the rare people who enjoyed looking at the footnotes after reading medical articles. Looking at the footnotes after medical articles, it's a cerebral thing. Number 8, you stick to the same pair of 3 glasses religiously for 5 to 7 years, then drastically change all 3 and then stick to another 5 years. Number 9, you're probably the first guy to get in a mosh pit with kids at a bar mitzvah party. And last but not least, you're very kind and gentle when turning down the bears who are looking for other bears, even though you think you are too thin to be one.
It's funny you should mention that. Look, I just that's a very strong list. And
thank you.
It's very insightful. I mean, I can see you must be a big hit on a No Cake Cupid day. Because in the short time that you've known me, it seems you know me better than a lot of people who've known me for many, many years.
Austin, how accurate do you think some of that was?
I give it 6 out of. No, I give it 4 out of 10.
It's strong. Then you hit a wobble, and then you get regained.
I don't know what the belt. What was the belt thing?
Belt,
where did that come from?
I don't know where that came from.
Well, I mean, look at his fashion. He's got the things. Belts. When you're a cool person, you're gonna find cool belts around the world.
Only very slim people can wear cool belts. On large people, the belt is hidden. It's sort of like tucked in.
There's something cool about going beltless. I mean,
I'm very much a beltless guy.
Why wear a belt?
I haven't worn a belt for years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 pants that are just drawstring.
To me, you look like the kind of guy in all your world travels that would be in a cool upscale thrift store and be like, this belt, awesome leather, it's got studs or spikes, and I'm going to wear this, and then you kind of don't wear it.
Funny, because I do that, but I think about it for a friend of mine. I go, because I know who does love it, and I go, he would love it.
All right.
And did you get a new a cuff thing situation?
Yes, I did.
Is that for the green room after party?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a gaggle of people standing by. No, I love this, but the thing is, it's like a piece of leather with a door knocker with a doorknob mixed in. It'll get out of focus, but the problem is when it does this, when I'm working my controls, my hand would be hitting, so I can't do it, but I really do like it. Yeah. Austin, how would you describe your fashion sensibilities?
I have an extensive collection of clothing in my closet, but I only wear like 3 things.
I've seen it.
Okay. Over and over again.
Sometimes you dive back into the 80s. You never know. Sometimes you come over with like an old thrift store jacket or, things are slim.
I don't define myself. Sometimes I go oversized, baggy, mid-90s hip hop.
But you know what? What's great about Austin is he does respect the look, the need for a look.
Yes, that's
Right.
true.
It's great. Isn't that what New York is kind of about? You just see people going, I'm wearing anything. It's not like everybody tries to wear the same thing. New Yorkers traditionally wear a lot of black, but beyond that, you get the craziest mixing and matching. So,
If we want to talk about clothing, you know, the election's coming up, and I was curious about the Joe Biden merchandise store, so I went and checked it out. It's a little uninspiring, I have to say. It looks like an intern was tasked with like coming up with the merchandise.
Right.
You know, the red "Make America Great" hat. You can't argue it's iconic for all the wrong reasons. It represents terrible things, but you know when you see it, I don't really, maybe don't want to have a conversation with that person, but everybody knows the red hat is there.
right.
Go to Joe Biden's merchandise.
Give me a quick summary. What was it like?
I actually have a bookmark right here because I was thinking of writing a cultural think piece about it. We have a black tank top with a photo of young Joe Biden, like in Hawaii, maybe. We have let's see. Let's just go through it. It'll be easy to do.
All right.
I'm learning to do StreamYard stuff here. All right, here we go. Can you see that?
No.
No. Are you trying to share screen?
Yes.
Oh, hold on a second. I think I just realized something. Oh, I just realized something, that if I scroll down, that's why I lost Ron. Motherfucking shit. Chris Torella, if you're there, come on, man. Okay, what do you got?
I don't find any of this inspiring.
No.
You know, we got Latinos for Biden. It seems like an intern, just like the only one that is okay is the number 46 hat. Shout out to Chanel number 5, but you know, we have
it's stylish.
It's stylish, but you know, like
It's
I'm
not
not gonna wear,
it's just stylish.
I'm not gonna wear this. Where are they jogging
I'm not
together
gonna,
to camera? Like it's a bit.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
It is a bit.
Oh,
it's a little sad. I think that for a party that's progressive like the Democrat, like the 3 aviators, what is that? I think we really need to. They need to go find a young, hip fashion designer that can just make.
And guess who's gonna do it, Mr. Woolman? What can you do to step in and fill this void? This is
bad. It's bad.
This needs an ad man.
This needs an ad man.
This needs an ad. We need to. Yeah, you're right.
Visceral thoughts. What would you do? How can we? I mean, the thing is, anybody that's in Trump's camp is voting for Trump. Anybody that is, going to go for Biden, it's the middle. So, are there things that we can do to get the middle?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're very much of the moment. Biden, Kamala are very part of the conversation, the cultural conversation. So it must the stuff they sell must reflect that somehow. So maybe we have riot gear, or we have pussy hats, like.
But what about this Joe is a Willie Big Deal T-shirt? Who's rocking that? What is it? Come on, Ron, we need you here.
I mean, Willie Nelson's pretty cool in that
He's a cool dude. The shirt, though, not cool. Anyway, that's just some minor beef that I had with
a great subject to look at.
The merch stores is bad. Trump's isn't that much better, but at least he's catering to his base. He's selling Make America Great Again koozies for your beer.
They'll sell anything. They've got Lara Trump on a coffee mug.
Oh, Christ alive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cutting it off right there. I'm going to go to something else because I did a lot of work. So a year ago, I find it sort of amusing that a year ago, pictures at this time with pre-COVID, and I shoot everything with the phone because the phone is always there, and I am going to run through. Let's see if I can make myself. I'm going to do this. I'm calling 60 photos in 60 seconds. So you ready? You're sitting down. Your seatbelt's fastened. This is in Rye, New York, at a fancy outdoor club. This is the beer on the beach. This is I like to take pictures. I watch NBC News, and I like her smile. This is the view out of my apartment. This is a bookshelf with a picture of a naked lady wearing a chicken mask up there, if you can see it. This is my second bicycle, but I still have a deep affection for all my bikes. That's a Storm coming over a view of the living room. This is a device I had because I was trying to figure out how to get my turntable to work with my new Sonos, which these are the last of 5,000 videotapes that I was digitizing as part of my life project. These are a lot of diary tapes. Who knew I was doing a diary? This is Austin trying to figure out how to get the turntable to hook up with the Sonos. This is Robert Mueller testifying. This is an art opening. This is a guy at a gallery. This is me with a woman at the artist of the gallery. This is people looking at the gallery. Look how close. Look at let me see if I can get us back with the 3-shot. Let's see.
Who is the woman that you took a photo with? Just woman. That's it. Just a woman.
Correct.
Okay.
I don't remember that. Oh, I love this. Look, I can do a 3-shot with the photos. This is a really good one. Ron, are you still with us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just checking. Because you're a fan. You're like, oh, I wish I could live on the Lower East Side. I like the guy's expression looking at me like, yo, bro, what are you doing? But look at everybody. This was on Delancey Street. This is at the tip of Manhattan and Tribeca. That's a thing called the World Trade Center. Always an easy picture. Right around the corner, they have these fish rides, and I think it's kind of pretty, these little fish. That's near me. The bridges, easy one. This is a woman in the plant store near me that I wanted to photograph that then decided not to. The Phillies in red wore a uniform they wore once 20 years ago, and they brought it back for one game, and it's really ugly, but it's kind of funny. It's the red ones, by the way. Friends of mine on the beach in the Rockaways. There they are. Good friends, looking happy. This is somebody's house at the Rockaways, which I find charming, and Austin seemed to like. This is a pool next door to the house. I was at the Rockaways. This is me at another art opening with my friend who shall go nameless, and this is one of her artworks, which I find interesting. Imogen didn't like it, but I like it. It's like Alice in Wonderland. There's a lot of stuff going on, so it's a feast for the eyes. That's me on the middle of a photo job. My old Nikons, which I just pulled out after 18 years, and I'm going to start using again. This is at kids' camp. That's the Empire State Building, low down, very pretty. That's me, a B&H photo. Look, the guy, I like him looking at the camera. How's everything? Good?
What was that?
What's what?
When was that taken?
Oh, well, we're a year ago. This is August of 2019.
It's funny, those records don't change.
Yep. I know all these guys. I've been going up for 30 years. Oh, wait. Oh. So this was an incredible, I mean, this was hardly.
COVID? Is that COVID? The clouds just descending upon?
Yes. Biblical COVID coming on. I mean, isn't that really amazing? That was a hell of a, and I was like, I gotta shoot. And you see on the far left, the rain coming in about 5 minutes. It just was torrential, so I got soaked, but I got the shot. This is riding a bike with a friend down the World Trade Center. This is pouring on the Lower East Side. This is a friend that works in my complex that was pregnant and now had the baby. This is my living room after really cleaning it. That was Jeffrey Epstein is dead, so. Now, speaking of Kamal House, look, this was from a year ago. This is on Bill Maher's show. He put Biden and Kamala and the guy whose name I forget in a suit. This is taking someone's headshots in my apartment. This is me in my bank in Bank of America, but there was a reflection that I thought was pretty cool. It's a woman I photographed in my neighborhood. There's a dog on a surfboard. I did not take that picture. 2 other friends I was shooting on my island. This is a sneaker store, and I just couldn't believe there's 10,000 sneakers. Dogs in a park. Peter Fonda died.
No.
Trump's approval rating horrible with white suburban women. This is a friend of mine before going upstate to that is a Bob Gruen, a famous photographer who I got to meet. I was very excited. Rock and roll. Do you know that name, Ron? Bob Gruen?
Of course I do.
I mean, like John Lennon photo of him, like I Love New York,
Yeah,
but concert films, just, been around since the 60s.
Do
He
you
gave me
do that, Andrew? If you run into someone you really like, do you ask for a selfie with them?
This was like the only time I ever did that. I would not. But he seemed to get a kick out of it. I said, oh, can I get a shot of both of us? And he was like, yeah. He was very late about that.
Who have you been near that you could have done it with but didn't?
Jared Leto. Now, I don't know. There's just too many names to think of. I don't even want to go and think there. So this is at a party. This was like the drug room, which I thought was it was psychedelic, and I don't want to go into it, but I like that picture. That's me in my tent because I camped out alone. This is Austin knows. You've been upstairs to Casey's, upstate, right?
I did, but the man wasn't home. It's a nice house. It's very peaceful and serene. Really
There's
nice.
a stream running through the backyard. And there's a friend of ours the morning after the party. This is a raffle live on Facebook. This was someone saying, I love the weekend and thank you very much, which I thought was cute. A woman with carrots. Another friend of mine with a beautiful smile. Then driving her on the car back to New York City. And then in my neighborhood, a little concert. And I think that's... So that was a year ago today, kids.
So you're telling me that Jeffrey Epstein died a year ago today?
It had to be. It doesn't seem that long, does it?
No.
No, he didn't. He didn't die a year ago. He died
Last August?
No, he died recently. I feel like he died
All
during.
right. Well, that ruins everything. I don't know why he was in there at that time. Well, we'll get it. Hey, Austin, are you still monitoring chat at all? I feel like, is anybody asking or saying anything?
Kelsey is saying Ron is thinking Chris Terrell likes belts. Ronald is Jerry Garcia meets John Hamm. Someone's asking me about my skincare routine.
You
I moisturize maybe once a week. I'm probably gonna.
You should do a couple of TikToks about your
I can't do. I'm not TikTok. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. I see kids on the streets just dancing in front of their cell phones. They're all TikToking. It's crazy.
What else? Keep going. What else?
You can't live in a one take world anymore. Pretty funny and zesty. People want more details about the date. Just saying.
Jeez. I want somebody to answer who I'm trying to think of. Ron, the artist, whose name is on the tip of my tongue, and he's made some films. He made like a long 3-hour film that people either loved or hated. He's what? Who?
Julian.
Thank you, Julian Schnabel. Okay, is that insulting or is that flattering that you're?
I was in Central Park once, and a man came up to me and said, "Mr. Schnabel, can I please shake your hand?" And I took his hand, and he said, "You know, Mr. Schnabel, the first time we met, I was with my wife, and you were so nice to my wife. So thank you very much." And I said, no worry, God bless, thank you.
Right.
I could see the Julian Schnabel.
And then, I went to a show once, and Julian Schnabel was in the row in front of me. And so he and I were looking at each other while he was walking down to take his seat, which was literally right in front of me. And I didn't register on his face any sort of like, wow, my doppelganger, none of that.
Oh.
Sci-fi movie.
I think he's 15 years older than I am.
Okay.
But Jerry Garcia, I get that all the time.
Really? Yeah. I don't see that so much.
Well, I do late at night.
Okay. Were you a Grateful Dead fan? Are you a Grateful Dead fan?
Really, no.
That's fine. Okay. I think I have to wrap it up soon, but I was curious. I wrote down some questions. Where you guys met, which you already had. What did you like best? I'm just going to read them and then we can talk. What did you like best about the other person, and has that changed? What do you have in common? Who's funnier? What have you learned from each other? Do your wives and girlfriends get along, or would they if they met? And what's going to happen going forward?
It's questions to answer. I think what drew me to Augustine, is that your name?
It is tonight.
That's what they call me in Mexico. That's my Mexican moniker.
What drew me to him was comedy, humor, and it's still key. I mean, it's all about the laugh.
It's all about the laughs.
I think he is a whole lot funnier than I could ever be, and so that's I look up to how funny he is.
You think? All right. I'm putting you about on equal par.
I like being supportive, positive energy, and of course, I love to laugh. So
and positive, beautiful energy.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff. And
that's what we needed, especially now. Especially now.
Yeah, and the link, the person that brought us together, is a particularly special human being.
Exactly. Bless him. I think he's in Oaxaca right now somewhere. He's having a blast.
I saw the photograph today.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you see the future relationship between all three of us? What's going to happen from here?
We're gonna live together in a house, and film it for live for MTV.
Yep.
If they ever bring that show back, what was it?
Real world.
That's what I see for the three of us.
Okay. I don't see that at all.
This is like the real world for everybody. Zoom calls. That's fun.
We all have our such separate lives. Ron, you'll be traveling again. Austin, you're a worldly man. You'll be traveling. You'll have all new experiences. Hopefully I will. And then we can come back in a year and kibitz and then find, talk about the stories. I think we'd run out of things to say, but maybe not.
I don't think there's ever, I don't think we'll ever run out of things to say.
I think,
You just did. Yeah.
I think this has been a whole lot of fun. Thank you both. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Real honor for you to invite me on.
It's just really lovely to see everyone's face and know that everyone's happy and healthy and looking good.
That's right.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
true. Mm.
Andrew, any other words from you? Do you want us to reverse the interview, ask you any other questions, or?
I think we're exactly at 1 hour and 5 minutes, and they always tell me, I'll give you 1 minute if you want, and then otherwise I'll end it.
So this was
a question right here, and Ron right here with the question.
Oh, there's a question?
No, you have the question.
Yeah, are we taping next week's show? Andrew?
Yeah.
My question really is, you've had 5 shows. How did the show rate? How did we do?
Woo! I think the last 2 were just about even par. I'm a little disappointed that it took me 8 minutes to realize I wasn't recording. Thank you, Kelsey. But you guys are a blast. So I think based on maybe a lot of the chat that people were interested in our zesty conversation, I'll give this one just the slight. I don't want to insult my past guests who are all great. Everybody I know is wonderful. They're all interesting people doing fun things. But yeah, I'll give you the top notch for now. But that's not to say next week when Abby or Kelsey or one of my other friends come on that they're not going to be the best at that point too.
So what you're saying is we're currently on the throne right now. We are the best guests you've had to date.
Yep.
Just say that verbatim so we can both walk away satisfied.
My 2 guests, Ron and Austin, are the best up till now today, and going beyond that, we're not sure.
And
I like put them on Mount Rushmore.
We're definitely the best dressed.
Yeah, but I thought he'd ask us to take our shirts off.
It's
usually no. Look, Ron and I got the Jewish star. Ron, you've got the cool Caribbean hippie chains. Austin,
I got some rings, 2 rings.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, thank you.
Sure. All right, I'll go to me and then I'll cut you off. Just keep in mind your audio is going to be on, and I'll say goodbye.
Okay.
Bye.
Ciao.
Well, if you're still with us, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm sorry it took me a little bit of time to get in to come back to you. Next week, I don't know, because each week is a new entity. I might not do a show, but I'm going to try because I like this keeping it going each week. I have a couple of friends, Kelsey, but she keeps putting me off. My friend Abby Jeanette, who would be a blast. And if not, I have a friend of Ron's that's doing a documentary on Corona, which might sound a little serious, but he said he's an incredible personality. And when I start to think about it, there are so many people I know that I think would just add to my life and all of yours, just by perhaps comedy and insight. There is one woman I photographed in Sydney, Australia 10 years ago. Her name is Wen. She's Vietnamese, and now she lives in Paris. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to interview her in a few days and pre-tape it and then mix that in. So this could be a whole new segment, because I know people around the world, if I can do short segments, be it 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then mix it in, because she's fun and smart and adorable, and I think that would be great. So until then, feel free to like this on Facebook and YouTube. Good luck, and it's been a pleasure, and I will see you next time.